Okay, hello, boys and girls. Here we are again with Miss Gwen. Remember last week I got to read you a story about Palm Sunday and Jesus entering Jerusalem on a donkey, and your assignment was to make some palms, and I think some of you did. And if you did, you can do it with paper or whatever on the driveway. Some of you made palms on the driveway. You're supposed to email it to Michelle at that email address, and I'll show this to you a couple times. And she's going to post things on Facebook, and it's going to be like a little art gallery of your crafts. And there's going to be another craft coming up in a minute. So I read you that story last week, and I also read you the story about a night when Jesus was a servant, and we talked about communion. So the rest of the story, and this is exciting because this week is Holy Week right now, and it's been a hard week in our country. It was a hard week for Jesus too, and here's why. This is from Mark 15, verse 1 to 47, and here's the picture of what's going to happen in this story. So it says, this Bible story is about the day that Jesus died. It was very early in the morning, so early that it was still dark. One of Jesus' friends had told some soldiers where Jesus was. The soldiers went to a garden where Jesus and his friends were praying. They arrested Jesus and took him away to the priest's house. The priests met together. They wanted to get rid of Jesus. The priests were angry that Jesus said he was God's son. They thought Jesus should die, but they had no power to sentence him, so they sent Jesus to Pilate, the governor. Pilate asked Jesus many questions. Then Pilate said, "This man Jesus hasn't done anything wrong. I think he should go free." But the priests did not want Jesus to go free. They wanted Pilate to crucify Jesus. Finally, Pilate agreed. The soldiers made fun of Jesus. They put a purple king's robe on him. The soldiers made Jesus wear a crown of sharp, prickly thorns. Then the soldiers made another man carry a heavy wooden cross to a hill. The cross was what Jesus would be crucified on. When Jesus was nailed to the cross, the soldiers laughed at him again. The robber hanging on a cross next to Jesus laughed too. But another robber on the other side of Jesus said, "Jesus, remember me when you are in your kingdom." And Jesus promised that the man would be with him in heaven. Jesus died, and many people were sad. They didn't understand that Jesus died so our sins would be forgiven. A man who had a burial cave took Jesus' body from the cross. This man wrapped Jesus' body in cloths and laid him in the cave. A big stone was rolled in front of the door. Jesus' body was buried in the cave. So that's the story of what happened on Good Friday, and we celebrate Good Friday in a couple days. And why is it called Good Friday? It sounds like a bad Friday, but it's a Good Friday because we know what happens in 3 more days. On Resurrection Sunday, you know what happens. Jesus didn't stay in that cave dead, and that is why it's called Good Friday. It was just the beginning of something really great that was happening. And my craft for you today is to see if you can make a wooden cross. A wooden cross, you can make it with popsicle sticks. You can use a little piece of glue, a little drop of glue, and wrap it. Or there's another little craft I want to see if I can demonstrate. And you'll need a piece of rectangle paper, any piece of rectangle paper. My rectangle paper is 2 colors to make it easier. One side is brown, so it's rectangle, and you're going to fold it like this. And then you're going to fold it again like this, and it looks a little bit like a house. So that's 2 folds. This is very simple. There's 3 folds to it. So here we go again. 1 fold, another fold, another fold. This one looks like a house. Then you fold it again like that. And Mom might need to help you with this. Then you're going to cut it right here. Okay, not so good at doing this. Okay, right like this. Be careful with scissors. This part you throw away, gone. This part you open up. This is what Easter is all about. This is what Resurrection Sunday is all about. So what's that look like? A rocket ship or something. Keep unfolding it. Let's hope this works. Keep unfolding it. Keep unfolding it. Da-da. What do we have? We have a paper cross. 3 folds. I'll show you how to do it again. This is a smaller one. We're not done with our stories. This is a rectangle. You're going to fold it this way. You're going to fold it again that way. It looks like a little house. Fold it again. And here comes the cutting one. This is a little one, but boy, once you start making these, you can make a whole pile of these. Make one for everyone in the house, because this is why we are celebrating this Holy Week. Here's our cross. All right, but the story doesn't end with the Jesus' death and trial and death. Nope. Here's our last story for today. And I have another little craft for you to do, and it's called Jesus is Alive. Here we are. This is the good news. This is why we have Good Friday. In 3 days, it's Easter, resurrection. Jesus is not in that grave anymore. This is Mark 16. This Bible story is about the first Easter, Resurrection Day, when Jesus rose from the tomb. His friends were very sad. They loved and they trusted God. They knew Jesus loved and trusted God, but Jesus' friends didn't understand why Jesus had to die. They missed talking to Jesus. They missed hearing the things Jesus told them about God's love. And on the second morning after Jesus died, some of his friends got up very early. They wanted to do something special to remember Jesus. The women mixed up sweet-smelling spices and perfume, and then they started walking to the cave where Jesus' body was. Step, step, step. It was very quiet walking on the road. That's early in the morning. Chirp, chirp, chirp. The birds were just starting to wake up. The women finally reached the place where Jesus' body was buried. Look, one woman whispered. The stone is rolled away. The women ran to look inside the cave. Jesus' body was not there. The women were afraid. They saw a young man dressed in dazzling white clothes sitting on a rock. Don't be afraid, the young man said. I know you're looking for Jesus. He's not here. He is risen. Jesus is alive. Go quickly and tell all his friends the good news. The women ran as fast as they could to tell Jesus' friend Jesus was alive. That was the first Easter, the first resurrection day. He's not dead. He's alive. The only man ever, ever, ever. He was truly the Son of God. He's not in the tomb. And that's why we have Sunday, the best Sunday in the year. This is Easter Sunday, and you just get ready. Now, it's been a hard week this week. This is called Holy Week. It was a hard week for Jesus, too. At the end of the week, he was dead in a grave. The next week started, and he was risen. And he died on that cross that we made. He died for you and me because we all have sinned. And when we die, he wants us to be in heaven with him. So when we ask Jesus into our heart and live for him, we get to see Jesus in heaven. And that's why we have this wonderful Easter season. Resurrection Day is coming, and you just watch what's going to happen. And here's something I'd like you to do. It's a beautiful day today, so go outside, get some chalk, draw pictures about Easter. Take a picture of it, send it to Michelle, and she will put your chalk drawings on Facebook, our church Facebook website. Now, if it starts to rain like it's supposed to, draw a picture. Just draw a picture of Easter, not the Easter bunny, not jelly beans, not eggs. That's what we like to eat, eggs. We like to eat candy, of course we do. But it's about the empty tomb. And it's about Jesus on the cross. So make a cross. I know some of you like to work with wood, and some of you are very good at nailing things. This I made in 2 minutes. This cross here came from a different country. This came from a different country. This is a necklace. Crosses. Christians wear crosses because we know that Jesus is alive. So that's my story, and it's been fun reading to you, and I hope you have a great Sunday. We hope to see you at the York Springs Fire Hall, 10:30. Stay in your car and get ready for the best Easter ever. Okay, love you. Bye-bye.